Oh. Huh. Okay. I reset the camera once. It's usually what, you know. It's usually what fixes it. Okay. I fixed it. Time to play some Deadlock. We got Shiv and Infernus as our favorited priority heroes. I'm trying to play new heroes. I've had some fun with both of them. Shiv's in a really weird place, though, apparently. It's like... Some people say that he's strong. But then a lot of other people get very upset at the state of Shiv. I don't know who to believe.
After the ritual, would you like to have a drink?
I don't know. Word on the street is that you're a dangerous woman to know.
I'm a dangerous woman whether you know me or not.
What bar?
Jezebel's. Assuming the barman's not dead.
It's a date.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Infernus is the barkeep. Yeah.
I see Warden.
I wonder if I'd be able to stream and run Deadlock while also rendering a video. And it seems like it's possible.
Softening him up.
Ah, how did that miss? I like our side of this lane a lot more. I mean, Beginnis and Bebop can be annoying to lane against, of course, but...
I'll deal with troopers.
Guys can be really good. And, you know, Shiv could be good.
Going to shop.
Slice and dice.
I don't know, this guy keeps missing some crucial things. It's funny. Thank God he does.
I'll deal with
Good
you.
sweet time over there. Initially, I thought Shiv's knives were really, very odd. The way they kind of curve if you shoot them from far enough away. But I kind of got in the hang of it now.
Who needs to be patched up?
I'm so tired. I did not have a good sleep, but it kind of works in my favor because I gotta change my sleep schedule I basically got to flip it 180. So hopefully I'm tired enough to go to sleep at like, I don't know, 8 p.m. today.
These high, dangerous times. You don't want to be prepared.
Bullet flurry is ready.
Some casts I'm gonna do is gonna be at like 2 in the morning my time, so.
Lash is living up to his reputation.
No, not EWC. EWC is this or next weekend, and that's like 6 a.m. for rehearsal, 8 a.m. for the show, which, you know, is pretty normal. Not really usually how I sleep, but not something you get to really complain about.
Okay, bye.
But 2 a.m. That's pretty different.
Sticking them.
Some words here. Damn it, guys. Shoot orbs.
Headed to yellow. Grapple's almost ready. Ready to pick someone off.
No.
I'll deal with troopers.
Eventually that'll stop. Oh no, Geist. Wish I could get close enough to the person before she dies. Oh, does she not have a 12?
For me, but net positive for society.
Backstab?
She used her swap already, I guess, before McGinnis ulted. Yeah, Mike. But at least that means that there will be a little less pressure on the cast going well.
Impressive as always, Hayes.
Headed to blue. Let's push blue. Warden is around here.
I feel like I'm one of those few people who actually don't mind facing Bebop.
Storm clouds on cooldown.
If you need
Even before the
I'll
nerfs he
deal with
got.
you know
troopers.
where to find me. I see you.
Feel the agony.
Leave.
Just a taste of it.
Lightning will dance across the sky.
Throwing down a heel.
Or yeah, I mean, what else can you do?
They're gonna bleed.
Buddy, give him hell.
This play.
She knew I was gonna go in for the kill. Ah, that was the wrong button. Fuck.
Yo, where the fuck is my lane help?
I haven't been watching mid lane,
Well,
or
friends.
is that mid? Yeah, it's mid lane, obviously. But whenever someone complains about not having help of their partner, I just automatically assume it's because they're not even looking at what their partner is doing. They're like blindly charging forward, probably in bad ideas.
Our blue walker is under attack.
That would have been deadly. And then when their dive, which isn't communicated at all, of course, goes poorly, they're like, well, what the fuck?
Turret's online.
I had a lot more hope in the Geist partner, I guess.
Going to drink.
I'm scared of Geist when I lane against her.
Softening him up.
God damn it. I was wondering why we're getting so few souls. This haze is coming up. Yeah.
Don't for a second think you're better than me.
Storm clouds over.
That's nice after how annoying they were.
Lash is inflicting such delightful misery.
Blades out. Knife out.
Thank you. I'll deal
Yeah.
with troopers.
Son of a bitch.
Throw blades. Good luck not getting shot.
Oh, Calico's here. Oh, God.
Need help on yellow.
My lightning will spread across the sky.
Strike swiftly.
I see McGinnis.
I hate cats.
I didn't even get to get my ult off. Shiv hates cats. Gotta rethink if I play him or not. I don't like Calico at all. So I don't really consider her a cat, actually. It's kind of absurd that they named her Calico, but then they gave her a cat who isn't a Calico. I'm offended on behalf of cat ladies everywhere.
Gonna help keep your blood on the inside.
For those who are unaware, Calico is a cat that has like a tricolored pattern.
I see Calico.
Spots usually. Not the like Egyptian Mao or whatever the hell she has instead. Which I guess come in calico patterns, but it isn't.
I'll deal with
She looks very Black Panther-like. Because she's black. She has a cat. She has a literal cat that she turns into. She carries around on her shoulder. And her cat's like a pale color. I don't know, like tan, I guess you would say. Better outfit and colors. You think? I mean, I quite like the movie. I mean, I think you're... I assume you're talking about the movie. Or the comic book, I suppose. Because she's definitely not, like, all dressed in black, so I don't think she looks like a Black Panther.
I see Ivy.
Oop.
Walk away from this. Bebop is missing. Headed to York.
No, I missed it! Don't saw that.
Spirit jars here. I see Warden.
Yeah, you don't get it, big bag.
I need help on Greenwich.
is waiting to be claimed. The Guardian has been defeated.
Hello, McGinnis.
I need help on Greenwich.
You gonna let that one go? She's like a siege tank.
One more body for the pile.
Sharing this glory.
Thanks for the help.
Without your efforts.
Yeah, consult me on Cat Heroes next time.
So
Yeah.
easily.
Maybe they'll add a calico pattern when it's, you know, a fully released game. No. I gotta say, I quite like Shiv. I think he's a lot of fun to play. And even though he's a frontline character, which I didn't think I would like, because I tried playing Abrams. The first character I tried playing in Deadlock was Abrams. Because I've played tanks in other MOBAs. So I was like, okay, I'll try and, you know, be helpful. I don't need the glory, I don't need the kills. And then I just absolutely hated it. And I was like, oh, maybe Deadlock's, you know, not a game that I really like. And I didn't like his gun is kind of what I figured. Because once I found other characters whose guns I did like, I liked it more.
It's brutal out there, huh?
But I don't know, maybe I'm used to the game now, and I can use the shotgun characters again. I have to give Abrams a second chance. What are the shotgun characters? I mean, Pocket's fun. I think he's, there's a bit of cleverness to using him. I mean, like, he's a character that I don't think I'm particularly good at past the mid-game. Those are definitely, you know, pretty different three choices, I guess. Yeah. Oh, you mean Pocket. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he definitely doesn't feel like a character that's, I had to say, like, dependent on his gun, I suppose, you know? I guess this is not a gun character.
Allow me to.
You could say the same thing about the other shotgun characters to a certain degree, but... I was just playing a game last night where I played Shiv, and we ended up winning, but we were like ahead, then we were behind in the mid game, and then our haze got ultra fed, and so we ended up winning. But during that mid game, I actually felt really frustrated because I think we were facing a very like stun heavy team opposition. I don't remember who it was. I just remember being like, I can't catch up to these guys because they're like stunned, and then they were also pretty fast. And I was like, I literally can't catch up to them. You know, and if I go in, if I'm like the leader, like I'm just gonna get stunned. There's a point where I was getting juggled basically whenever I would go in. Like it's the only way I could describe it. I was literally getting juggled. It was really annoying. And then our haze started to actually contribute a lot more. So we were able to get them low so I could actually go in for the kills. Go away. No, thank you. Stupid kazoo bomb.
Oh, lass, what can't you do?
Stuff with the current items. Yeah, that was the first build I used for Lash, which was fine, I guess. But then I was watching a YouTube video trying to study. This build was the suggested one, which is definitely just like ult favored, very tanky. Okay, I shouldn't have gotten close. I am running away. Sorry, Mo. Is there any way I can help him? No. Nope.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Little protection goes
I ended up getting like Juggernaut fairly quick. I initially didn't get plated armor because the build's like if they have armor piercing rounds, don't get it. And I saw Warden bought it and I was like, shit, okay, never mind. But then all the other characters were actually the ones that I was even fighting. It felt like Warden was never part of the issue anyway. So I was like, well, the other characters are so gun heavy. And that ended up helping too, but I think it was really just the haze. She got to a point where she was like 20k above the entirety of the lobby, actually. So when that happens, it's pretty
Blue
tough to
Walker is under attack.
win against the carries that get that high up in souls. Okay. Sorry, 7. Remember when whatchamacallit? Cold Front did like 1 million damage to minions?
The urn has been dropped.
Ah, fucking minion.
Ready to death slam.
Coming after you, Calico. I'm gonna catch up. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Haze. Haze got it. It's fine.
Pull back.
Whoops. Probably should have let her have it. Siphon bullets next. So unrecognizable soon since last time I played. Holy changes. Yeah. There have been a lot of changes. You know, I was actually... So I've been trying to study how to cast Deadlock, which is quite difficult. It's a great departure from anything I've ever done, and just in general, it's a very different game. Whoa.
Time for the lash attack.
I did not realize she was going in. Wow.
The rejuvenator is descending.
She's not that much higher up in souls, but it feels like she should be. Feels like she's playing at like 35k, the rest is in the 20s. It's difficult. It's difficult. I tried a bit yesterday, and I could kind of get into the run of things as far as play-by-play goes. But, you know, I'm not a terribly analytical person at this point when it comes to Deadlock. And you can't just play-by-play this game. It's actually impossible, I think. So in this weird, it's this weird place where like there is literally so much going on that it is more appropriate to skip out on play-by-play. Where you might be like, oh, it's an action game, so just like scream loud and be exciting. It's like, ah. But anyways, I was watching, obviously, the current fight nights that are going on, and then I was watching some old ones, because I wanted to see how Ubershouts cast it. Because I assumed, not that he's a dum-dum, but I assumed because he has so many esports that he's casting currently, he might not have as much time to learn the game. And his play-by-play is always excellent. And he's had so much experience in other esports, like CS, and Valorant, and Overwatch, and League of Legends. Like, he's done every single one, basically. That he would have some approach to this. But I think the last one he did was really quite old at this point, you know, comparatively. So I was watching one where they were still on 4 lanes. And it just reconfirmed how much I liked 4 lanes and the last hit mechanic more. Where did he... Okay, whatever. GG. It is a very one-sided game. Our haze kind of went crazy. Oh, so did our lash went crazy, actually. I've been looking at the haze because she's been helping me, but that lash is up there, too. During a red team fight, straight up unwatchable. Valorant does that, too. Yeah, Valorant, you know, it leans towards chaos. You know, if it's a mixture of Overwatch and CS, then the fighting is obviously more like Overwatch. But there's still that tiny gap every round, or almost every round, if they're not just blitzing each other. Where you can analyze, you can talk, you can build. And then some commentators, that the rounds are, you know, can be evaluated as unimportant or important. So you don't even have to play-by-play every round. But basically the flow just kind of seems more usual. When I was watching Valorant and casting Valorant, I won't say I was good at it, but I could kind of understand the flow of it. And I could use, you know, the mini-map to set things up, and I could use general just, like, gunfighting knowledge. I didn't necessarily have to know the details of all the hero mechanics to call out some of the play-by-play. CS is obviously very easy to cast, although I'm not saying I'm good at it, but there's just a pacing that's very understandable. I think StarCraft is incredibly easy to cast. There's one thing that I've learned the more that I've tried other games, and that is that StarCraft is simple. Okay? Alright, there's gonna be people... There's so many people, actually. I'll put it this way. There's so many people, you tell them that you do StarCraft, and they're like, oh my god, you must be so smart. Like, I could never do StarCraft. It's so difficult. I tried once, I sucked. And you're like, yeah. But, I mean, so much of that is because they didn't actually try, of course. But it actually is so simple. The units don't all have abilities. And the abilities are very obvious, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to be biased, but still. Where they just, you know, you can kind of feel out what they're doing. Like, the Marauder's slow, you know? You could be watching the Marauder and not know what the upgrade in the production tab is, and then see that suddenly the Marauder is slowing a unit, and you're like, ah. But in these other games, like MOBAs in particular, where there's like a billion items and so many characters, there's so much to know and so many interactions to figure out. Ooh, oops. Shouldn't steal it. And then with Deadlock, you don't. It's not a MOBA that's top down that has that ebb and flow that League of Legends does, which I also think I could. Again, not cast well, but I could kind of get the hang of it. Deadlock is just constant action all the time, and when it was on 4 lane, I actually think it was slower. Just watching the casts, as well as kind of remembering how I played it. It was slower. It kind of was a little more akin to StarCraft, actually. Especially with the last hit mechanic. Because so much of the beginning was just like mechanics, mechanics, mechanics. Like you were playing a tiny little mechanical game against your opponent. Because you're trying to balance last hitting with denying with the hero potentially attacking you. But then they very purposefully made it so that, you know, it just is more of a hero battle. Which is kind of sad, actually. The guy has to carry his jacket. He also has to go on the zip line. With his feet, of course. Yeah, and obviously it's not a game, it's very figured out, and it changes all the time as well.
Softening him up.
Probably stabilizes the matchups. I don't have any opinion on that, I think.
They got in store.
I mean, obviously one of the downsides of the 4 lane was that 2 people had to play solo, and a lot of people did not like that. It's like being forced to play a TDT, and everyone else is having fun playing a TDZ. Valve made this instead of Half-Life 3. This is a very good game. If you're gonna come in here and just start like ragging on the game because I'm like saying how complicated it is to cast, you can just stop. If you're gonna come in here with some like pseudo game designer approach, like actually it's a badly designed game, I'm just gonna be like, stop. First of all, I have no opinion about Half-Life, I never played it. But second of all, this is the only game that's ever like hooked my attention for more than, you know, 20 hours or something.
How may I be? Stay strong, buddy.
Well, I like having Yamato on my side if they can actually get the slashes off. Oh, this Vindicta is quite annoying. It's more annoying than the Sun. So far, I'm 400 hours into it, so pretty far in. Obviously, I do like it. Hair's amazing. All the characters in Deadlock, they always comment on Shiv's looks. They call him like pretty boy. Obviously, we don't like getting low against Vindicta. She can just snipe us. Burrino Yamato. Yeah! See? It's like that. Uh-huh.
They're really making me work for it.
Had Gordon Freeman here at a Deadlock.
Don't mind the blood on there. It's gently used.
Engagement range, not really a limit. Yeah, that's an interesting way of putting it. I have never kind of thought about that as a phrase. But that, I think, is what makes it extraordinarily difficult. You know, I've talked about this pacing of casting these other games, and I think it's probably a lot to do with it, which is just in League of Legends or Dota, maybe even Smite. I don't know. I played like one game of Smite. There's a certain just kind of expectation, I guess, of the time that it will take to set up an engagement. And how far people can, you know, obviously like reach their opponents and do stuff to them. And in Deadlock, it just feels like it's either instant or it's very, very fast. There's not usually a slow build-up. Oh, I would love to kill her. Shit. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm out of stamina. I shouldn't have helped the Yamato. This is what I'm learning. Shouldn't help him. I really hope they change Yamato's skin soon. I'm tired of looking at this creepy alien face.
Our green guardian
we got
has
wrecked.
been defeated.
Play StarCraft 2 a little bro? Who are you talking to? BioShock Infinite? Oh yeah? Never played it. Will wards stop the visually makes ambushing reading the map really difficult? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as far as casting the top down, definitely. But wards is an interesting thing. I was talking to Jason Kaplan at the wedding, and I thought he made a very good point. He was like, I think wards might be a good addition to the game. Because right now, like, there's also a lot of battles that are just, they're going to happen if they are in proximity to each other.
I see Calico. 7's missing.
Because you don't get the same knowledge and scouting that you would if you had wards available in the game. That would mean, like, there's a little more teasing and testing and you know, saying, okay, no, that's not going to work before it ever gets close to even happening. But yeah, he was talking about how Hayes, you know, is actually kind of a good pick because what she does is scout. And then Calico as well can be a scout. But yeah, assassination. Oh, fuck off. The assassination characters can be the scouts. No, my head's smoking out. What's the black orbs on the orbs now? I'm not sure what you mean by the black orbs. You might just be talking about the delay on whether or not you could hit the orbs. So you can't just immediately hit the orbs as they pop out of a dead minion. You have to wait for them to appear in a color. Calico is kind of insane right now. Calico kind of reminds me of, like, Stormgate's, Baneling Zealots. What were they called?
Our yellow walker is under.
Where they just gave a unit, like, everything that's good. And they were like, we forgot the downsides.
Been destroyed.
And they're like, oh, it's supposed to have downsides. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I would never blame balance in my own games. For the most part. Every once in a while. But Calico is pretty bullshit, I think. I didn't realize until watching some games that she could destroy boxes in her cat form. It's like, what the fuck? Which I don't think should be her identity. And I think should be removed, but... Uh-oh. I'm dead. We are getting slapped in this lane. We should stop trying. Oh, Yamato? Yamato? No? Okay. No. Any gun character that, I suppose the kids call it the M1 character, is what I'm learning. In this game, that can be appropriately farmed, is gonna be. Vindictive feels so good against me, fuck. Even if I get the ball rolling, she can just tether me. I want to help you, Yamato. I'm sorry.
No one stops me.
I knew I wasn't gonna do enough.
Taking him.
I see Calico.
River.
I hit, but it doesn't show me the number of souls that I should get. If it doesn't show you the souls, then you didn't hit it. You didn't deny it. I mean, I assume you're playing on Europe, so delay shouldn't be that bad. It would be more helpful if he hung up his coat. It would also be more helpful if Wraith used her actual arms, probably. She could have 4 arms. Instead, she uses 2 robot arms and then keeps the rest of her arms in her pockets. There's a thing called cool factor. And I'm glad that Deadlock leans into it. Fuck off, Indicta. Oh, no, no, no.
And a degree.
God damn it. I thought Hayes was going to be there, and Yamato thought me and Hayes were going to be there, so that
Our
was
yellow walker is under attack.
unfortunate. I'm almost near death for Vindicta.
I see Calico.
A little protection goes a long way.
Let's go to York. Headed to Yellow. I see Infernus.
Taking him. Good bartender. Bad fighter.
Headed to Greenwich.
We can't stop that. That's going to go really quick. So we just try and push other objective. Although they're taking their time.
Yeah. He's right, though. It's 3 people.
Our green walker has been defeated.
I need to catch up. Ian Yamato. Although Lash is the only one who's really doing well, so. But still, we all need to catch up, which is the problem.
Blades out.
Pull back.
What character is that next to Infernus? Calico? On this? That's Calico. Yeah, if you haven't played in a long time, then you probably don't know the 4 new heroes.
Our yellow walker
So
is
that's
under
the
attack.
only new hero that's in this lobby. There's also Viper, Holiday, and the Magician, Sinclair.
Much easier.
I see Vindicta. Good job.
Calico.
I see Calico.
Calico is you know, obviously gonna try and go into the back. But,
Sorry.
you know, everyone left, so.
Headed to Broadway.
The 4 hero lap card at some point? Yeah, I guess I am a little surprised they've waited a long time. Fuck off, 7.
The spirit urn is waiting to be.
Let's push York.
Yeah.
Stay safe out there.
One of
I
the,
see
well,
Infernus.
I feel like I haven't seen it complained about lately, but I feel like one of the major complaints was the lack
Careful,
of
Chef.
heroes.
Krill's missing.
This haze will not be carrying us this game.
I see Kelvin.
I think they're gonna add more objectives as well. That's a big complaint, which I agree with. Probably change the way that the creeps work as well. Not the minions, but the creep camps.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Headed to Greenwich.
I think they're definitely going to change though with the skins. They're kind of blurry right now. But more than that,
Thank you.
I was reading a comment that I think had some pretty good ideas. Which is like,
Our blue
the gun character is really strong.
try to out.
You know, having your game depend on whether your Wraith gets fed or your Haze or maybe Infernus or something like that. Kind of sucks, but then there's no good options right now. But then maybe to stop them from being able to just farm all the time. Because that's what they do, right? They get like, Wraith gets Tesla coil and then just goes to town. On all of the camps. Maybe make the camps more dangerous. Make like some of them so you like really need like teams to get them.
I see Calico.
Until maybe like late game. Or not like the entire team, but at least 2 people.
Our yellow,
And that might make it so that they just
our
can't
yellow
farm.
walker has
And be
been
rewarded for like
defeated.
pissing off for 10 minutes and farming up until they have a 20k lead. Gosh, I'd like to think they can take care of this.
Destroyed.
No, they can't! They weren't even close to killing her!
Out of their league.
Glad I helped
Good
out.
job.
Go back.
I don't know where the rest of the army is. Rest of the army.
Take
You know what I meant. Yep. The fuck? That was odd. My teleport animation was a bit odd, and then it was in front of the teleport instead of in the teleport. Is they add more items? I don't have an opinion on that, but you're probably right. And they probably will, right? Although then they'll have to change their pretty little pamphlet they got going on. Oh, no, they have a couple more. They have a couple of slots, don't they? So this is the opposite of last game. Last game, we were the heavily favored team. This time around, we are not.
Spirit Urn is here.
I feel like that 7's gonna go after the camp. I know she could say I could do something about it, but I don't think I can.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
I'd also have to chase after that Vindicta, but presumably she's being supported in some way. Oh, she got. Oh, she thunder something out of the teleport. Nope.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
It's a 47k soul difference. Nah, Yamato. Literally, if it's only Calico, Yamato can stop it, sure. But, you know, what if it's 2 people? Although we are all up now, I guess we could try.
Delivered.
It's too late. Where is the rest of the team? Should be arriving any time now. Oh my god.
I came to fight the best. I'm sorely disappointed.
We must stop Seven before it's too late.
I'm sorry how shotgun heroes work with Ricochet? Yeah, not very well. Not very well. You'd spend so much time reloading.
You will see what true power looks like.
It's on purpose because Valence says how game mechanics behave in the circumstances? Maybe. There's some thought process to that, I suppose. I think they just have a limited number of players. I mean, every so often there's a really bad day where it's just nothing but one-sidedness. Oh. They're just in our base very freely. What a care in the world. Most people have been complaining about the matchmaking for months at this point, I think. I generally take it in stride, maybe. Which is like... It feels like every other day there's a day of losses. And then every like 3 or 4 days there's a game of nothing but stomps. No Oracle versus Internus lobbies. And I don't understand. I should just take this off because it's not even representative of what's really going on. The average league thing is a fucking lie. Hello, Calaris. How much have you been deadlocking lately? The lobbies are harder, but... it's in a lower rank. Interesting. I haven't cared much about improving my rank. Or even really studying the game, actually. Since they took away the ladder and it's, you know, just very evident that they're waiting to add everything in for a final game. But I have had to pay more attention to the actual, like, mechanics of the game and how things work and stuff since I was going to try and cast it. But for me, the game's fun enough where, I mean, even if I lose, although that last game was pretty bad, but even if I lose, it's usually there's some fun times.
We must not falter.
Complete the ritual, Shiv, and your kingdom will be built atop the bodies of your enemies.
That's hardcore, patron. Thank you. Yeah, casting. Yeah, I talked to Jason Kaplan at your wedding, and he hooked me up with the Deadlock Fight Night guys, which I already knew almost all of them, actually. I'd interviewed most of the people that are on there already. I don't think I can really cast up to the level that Deadlock Fight Night is, but there's a tournament that's happening next week that's in the middle of the night for me. It's like... I don't know if it is a Russian tournament or just organized, or that's how many teams are participating. I don't know, but... And Jason Kaplan needed a... It's weird saying his full name, but that's also like kind of what he's known for. It's like almost his handle. Needs a co-caster for it. Well, what? I don't know what you said well to. The casting up to the quality at Deadlock Fight Night?
Can't forget to buy gear.
Ooh, I don't like the lane that we're in. Bebop can be annoying. I feel like I'm less tilted than most of the people when it comes facing Bebop. But he can be annoying. And he's, you know, dedicating to bomb here. But then 7's stun also being included with a hook potential. I don't like it. Correct. Well, here's the thing. I don't know enough about this game. I listen to them, and I'm like, I can follow along, because I can kind of put 2 and 2 together, but I don't know enough about this game. I think sometimes people, they recommend me, or they see me in StarCraft, and they're like, you know, she can become an analyst in some other game. And it's like, I don't think that's true.
Thanks.
And casting is so damn difficult with this game that it feels like analysis is really what you have to do most of. I'm sure the game will continue to be improved upon casting-wise, because no one really... There's not going to be anyone who casts this like an old shoe, you know? Not for a while yet.
I'll be right back.
I see Warden.
Oh no, we both can't go. Well, no. I went first. This is his fault. I think as far as the actual casting, let's say like talking in the game and mixing hype and play-by-play and analysis and color and all that, and just like following like a tempo, I think that's all over the place because it's such a new type of game to cast. But they definitely know a lot more than I do. I'd be sitting in the draft portion of the show and being like, yes! Calico good, am I right, guys?
Going to shop.
I'm not a naturally curious person, I suppose. If I wanted to improve at the game, which I was literally before they changed the rank, you know, they made it that everything's ranked technically, but you know what I mean. I was like, okay, I need to get better at this game. Let me go like look up tutorials and guides and like see what's what and how other people are doing it and how I can get better. And then they merge everything and I was like, well, that interest has kind of waned. But I still enjoy the game, so I can just play. I can play it without thinking. And that has been most of my hours in Deadlock, is playing without thinking. And that means, unlike like seeing Pig try to learn a new game, where he's like, oh, interesting, what is this item? What is this unit? Let's read the entire thing and let's look up all of the like mechanics that the chat is telling me about that aren't really explained in the whatchamacallit. Fuck, I didn't hit him. God damn it. Sorry in fairness, but it's coming on you. God damn. It's a fucking wombo combo. It's really annoying. Oh, he got him? At least there's that. Is he gonna die? Nope, 7's gonna give up.
I'll run through them.
Yeah, it also feels like if there's not ranked, and it's also going to change drastically all the time, you know, what is there to learning a lot about the game.
Ain't gonna be you.
And there really isn't if you just want to play it. But there is if you want to try and cast it. Yeah, I see some other people and they just immediately, like, they just know what's good in a game. And they have, like, formed opinions about things, and I'm just like, nah, Wraith go fast. Well, another sucky lane. Hopefully that was just sucky
I see you, Warden.
because us. That was rude. And not sucky as in this is a precursor to the rest of the game sucking.
Mo's 1?
But yeah, like people want to like experiment on their own builds, and for me, this is true for StarCraft as well. Though, for me, I just literally would take a build in StarCraft and practice and practice and practice, and then get really good at that build. But I wouldn't naturally start to experiment with other builds because I'd work on my fundamentals first. This was before I was a cheeser for the last 5 years. Oh, he's out. Question is, where is 7? And is he gonna kill me? God, 7 wasn't around. There he is. So yeah, I've had to talk with some other people about whether or not I actually, you know, can do some of this casting. And I think people just have a they have too much faith in me. StarCraft was a terribly unique game for me, I
I
guess.
see Warden.
Deadlock is pretty unique for me too, but still not in the same way without it being fully released and with like a big esports scene. It's been forever right now. It's not just like yeah, Jason was saying that there is actually some conversation about having it at EWC, which I thought was very interesting. You know, that could mean just literally like, we have no idea what game we want next, so throw it a game. But it could also mean like some more serious talks. But I think I think it shouldn't have happened this year anyway. Not just because that might have been where StarCraft 2 was slotted, but it's just not a game that I think really should be shown at maximum esports potential at this point.
Killed in furnace.
Yeah. Festival EWC. Oh, interesting. What's that rage bar? So Shiv, the more that he fights, the more that he fills his rage bar. When it's maxed out, he has additional like abilities or passives or whatever on all of his abilities. I mean, sorry, it's kind of what I'm thinking of. I think that Deadlock is a much better base game. So I don't think showing it as it is in a bigger esports capacity would have been a travesty. I just don't think it's necessary. Yeah, thanks, Mike. But I think it's a little bit misplaced. I'm just not someone who can play a game and... Okay, I just... Alright. Who can play a game and then, like, immediately pick up on what's good and what's bad and stuff. Or is even necessarily interested in that, you know? I was actually interested a lot more in the mechanics of the game. I am injured. I should go back.
You're looking to survive. You came to the right place.
So someone hears that like I'm really interested in a game, they might be like, oh, okay, so she can cast it. It's like, no. But I'll try my best. I'm trying to do all the studying and stuff now. And practicing. Have you tried casting Deadlock yet, Kalaris? Just for fun or something? I'd be very interested on a lot of different casters' takes on how to cast this game. I was talking about it a couple days ago, but it feels like it might even be closer to something like Quake or even Halo. That's what I was going with as far as how you cast it. Because the action is so relentless. And so, you know, seamless.
The spirit urn is waiting.
And I know very little about Halo, but I know that it's just like, you know, you fight, you die, you respawn. You fight, you die, you respawn. I'm not even sure what the objective is in Halo, to be honest. I've just watched it a little bit. Given that, Furnace goes hard.
Our yellow walker is under attack. Our blue guardian has been destroyed.
I actually don't. I feel like that should have hit me. Oh my god.
Let's play. Sticking 'em.
What's good in mechanical side of something like Deadlock? Item builds movement. What's the difference between what's good? I'm not quite clear in your question, but I know I didn't finish my thought. The mechanics of it were very interesting to me. Like the movement and obviously like aiming your gun, right? Good ability usage. But then there was also at the beginning, there was the deny mechanic. Not the deny mechanic. There was the last hit mechanic alongside deny mechanics. And if they had kept it that way, I mean, that still would have been most of my focus of trying to improve. Especially because I was one of the people who actually suggest, like, if no one wanted to do solo lane, I would solo lane, so.
Keep up. Softening 'em up.
That mechanical 1v1 game was right up my alley. And they got rid of it, and then it's more of like hero fights, which is still fun.
Need help on Greenwich.
Yes, we do need help, especially if any more of their guys are coming. Which seems like they are. I don't think we should get aggressive. No one's coming.
They took out McGinnis.
The urn has been delivered.
Oh, Calvin's just DC'd. I see. Game isn't that bad, actually. Just kind of launched those in here as the storm casting. You're concerned in a similar way. Oh! Oh! Hacks! Oh, that might have just saved me.
Our green walker is under attack.
Funnily enough, the punch also helped. I think I would have been out of Warden's range. But the punch helped. Ah, fuck. No more hacks to save me. I got away with not really focusing in the first game, but not these games. You learn quicker by doing the casting? I do agree with that, 100%. I think it's supercharging your, you know, studying. Inverness, Jesus. Well, that seemed inevitable, honestly. It's doing, you know, a similar thing to just like watching casts and trying to learn from that, except yeah, way more pressure. It's like when I tried to learn Korean. First, I was trying to learn Hangul on my own, and it, you know, could have been done, but it would have taken a lot longer. I get a Korean class at a university, a local university, and she's like, you better know how to read Hangul in 2 weeks or you won't pass this class. And I'm like, ah! But I did learn.
Headed to York.
And it worked out. Now I can read Hangul, no problem. It's just that in this case, it's such a departure from regular, I'm gonna call them regular games, that even just kind of neutral casting, just kind of play-by-play, tracking what's going on, trying to get excited, is also pretty difficult. And fortunately, you know, I told Jason I might not be the right fit for this cast, and he was like, first of all, if you don't do it, then I can't do it. But second of all, you know, that's fine if you don't think you're going to be absolutely great. And it's a lower stakes tournament, I think. Yeah, exactly. Trial by fire. You figure what wouldn't be casting? I mean, you could always, like, having a conversations with the people, right? And saying, like, no, I want to cast. Would probably be worth a lot from you, right?
What's the matter, Organics? I see great talent.
Go help this Infernus. Oh god. Terrible time to go help him.
You wanted to find me? Well, here I am.
I see you, Odin.
There's a lot over there, though.
Careful, Geist. Headed to Greenwich.
I do love the controls. I feel like it's pretty easy to communicate in this game without actually using your voice. I had a weird experience in a game a couple days ago. I think I was facing someone who was actually not a girl. I think they were using a voice modification. Honest to God. Just like the voice sounded like a woman, but well, more like a girl, more like a baby voice. Not so much so comically that it was very obviously a voice modification. It just sounded like someone who wanted to be known as a woman on the internet more than just making their WoW character a woman. And I can't quite explain it. I have a woman's intuition about it. But the way that so first of all, they used their mic all the time. Even just, they would hold down push to talk just to be like, oh no, which is fucking weird in the first place. Second of all, the way they talked was very like, I'm pretending to be a wee, like, baby, very feminine, rather than something that sounded a lot more natural. I'm highly suspicious, but obviously I can't prove it. What was that that changed in farming solo? So first of all, the lanes are obviously 3 instead of 4 right now, so you have 2-2-2 instead of 1-2-2-1. And then, oh, yeah, I was gonna be in trouble.
Headed to yellow.
And then they took away the last hit mechanic, where the minions would like blink to warn you that you have to hit them, otherwise they won't give their soul. They also changed the deny mechanic, but not to the extent that it's unrecognizable. It still exists, obviously. And our green walker's gonna go down.
Our green walker has been defeated.
Should've gone after the bebop faster.
I'm gonna find you.
I decided to give up going to green because it already fell. Oh, that bebop is so low. Ah! I would like to kill him. Should we keep chasing this? I don't think we should.
Pull back!
Pull back!
Okay, good. Apparently, McGinnis threw out a terrible wall earlier. So I don't know if them backing me up is as much as I would like, you know, merit-wise. I know for a lot of reasons this is basically guaranteed gigs hosting. I mean, I wouldn't mind hosting. Tell them ZombieGrub will host and you'll cast. Obviously, they like you hosting because they know you're good at it.
Let's push blue.
Last hit favored coursing Russian. Oh, there is definitely some problems. Literally just the way that the guns are... Fuck. I thought I was going to be out of range of that, actually. That could have been worse! Actually, could... Yeah. Could be so much worse. But this is not worth it. This is a terrible fight. We're not getting anywhere fast, and all of our lanes are being pushed.
Headed to York.
I knew the Sapphire Flame could count on you.
Where you going, Ivy?
Let's go.
Yeah, and again, this is pretty terrible now. Last day was just busy work. I don't like how people just say that anything that doesn't have a direct, like, gigantic dopamine reward, like killing a hero, is just busy work. Or maybe I just don't... I don't like that busy work is seen in such a negative connotation. I am very much an esports video game boomer. But people say the same thing about, like, building in StarCraft. You know, people who liked Battle Aces were like, yeah, you know, trying to learn a build order and making sure that I have everything perfectly, you know, set up before I even get to the fun part. That's just busy work. And that fucking triggered me, obviously. I think there's something to slower times in video games. And being able to focus on something that's not just purely PvP, which is actually stressful.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
And build orders and walling in Age of Empires and all that is, well, fuck. It's kind of... I didn't even get to goddamn debuff remover the fucking bomb. I think it allows for great pacing. Absolutely agreed on that. Because I think that, you know, for Deadlock in particular, I feel like it's kind of what it comes down to. Talking about how I liked the way the casting paced better before the change when I was listening to those guys 3 months ago. I liked that casting pacing a lot more. And it feels like there's also a lot more... I mean, maybe a lot more skill expression. I'm hesitant to use that term because I don't really like it when people use the term, but... Like, when there's a solo versus solo going on, and it's like a really tight battle, but then you start to notice that one person is better at getting all of their last hits, as well as the occasional deny, you're like, ah, that's actually pretty sweet. Like, their mechanics are just better. That's why they're edging out here. But obviously, that's an opinion that doesn't matter because they're not going to revert it. People like Battle Aces? Are there any? All of the StarCraft casters liked Battle Aces. Except me. And they very legitimately enjoyed it before anyone's like, oh, they're just doing it because they thought it was going to be the next big RTS. Oh. Warcraft players and actually like games.
Softening him up. Lead. Let's play.
Oh yeah, for sure. Plus, there was the occasional just bad matchup. And, you know, it could be the chance that even if you were pubbing with someone, you still like didn't really have a favorable matchup in the solo lanes, no matter how you swapped. But obviously, when it comes to just ranked play, just random, there's no guarantee if there was a better solo lane option that they would go for it, because they just don't like it.
Headed to yellow.
Yeah, Roddy was the ultimate non-gamer for a while. But he's like Battle Aces, F1, Deadlock.
Pull back! Pull back!
Last one standing, huh?
Maurice and Krill work as one. Teamwork to stop them.
Funny that was scary pulling me into my own base. But I was!
We only have one shrine left. Our defenses are crumbling.
I got to use my debuff remover before I was caught by like a billion other abilities.
Stand and stop them.
Amazing.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
Yeah, we're pretty dead in this game too. Oh, 3 seconds! Silence. I think it's the first time I've actually seen a Deadlock do that. I know it's a good idea. This is the Storm get a Valve? No, not in any way, shape, or form. There's a weird amount of people, I mean, I know you're kind of memeing, but there's a weird amount of people who actually legitimately really hate this game for existing. And it's very odd. I mean, people who just hate on Stormgate for existing are also odd. They have better points, in my opinion, but both are odd. But because it's a Valve game that apparently isn't Half-Life 3, and isn't capturing the same attention that Dota 2 currently is, it's like it's a failure and it sucks and I hate it. And you're like, okay, calm down.
They're gonna bleed. They killed him.
Yeah, we're pretty dead, I mean.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
Battle won't be forgotten.
The graphics just bad now? Yeah, it's not a finished game. It literally isn't. Stormgate also literally isn't, but in a worse way. These are all nice people. I'm gonna keep them.
Looks
I'm gonna go back to
for what
being
I'd be today.
all the other choices too. First time you've seen this, I highly suggest actually trying to play it. So when I first watched it, I was like, meh. And then I kept watching. I was like, okay, I see some interesting things here. And then I played it, and I didn't find I initially didn't play a hero that I liked as far as the gun went. And I was like, meh. But then I played it with a gun that I liked. And I was like, oh, this hits the same good spots in my brain that StarCraft did back when I, you know, tried to actually get good at it. Yeah. I know Valve doesn't always complete their games, as we've talked about, but it doesn't... People are like, Valve is clearly just going to abandon this. This isn't nearly popular enough. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. I feel like you invest this much time into the game with such a solid foundation, with such a dedicated fan base that is still playing hours and hours and hours. And it is worth putting it on your own game selling system on the front page. Even if it was the worst game in the world, I think actually putting it on Steam front page would get, you know...
Thank you.
I don't fear numbers.
I don't know if they are going to have cosmetics or what, but we get some amount of money. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Artifact. I just know that's the example people have given. Robot Kung Lao in baggy pants. Ah, Kung Lao. Ah, I actually never thought about that. Okay, so first of all, let me just nerd out real quick. The other thing I really like about Deadlock, so I actually didn't like the art style initially, although it has grown on me, and it's gonna get better once they actually finalize the textures. I mean, literally, look at Seven's pants. It has no texture. It's gonna be different. They already massively improved, like Bebop, for instance. Or no, God damn it. I still do that. Dynamo. That's what I meant. But the lore behind all these characters is really fun, actually. I really like it. So Seven, he's a guy who was put to death. Like he was a special guy. So he was in like a super special prison. And they were putting him to death for a crime that we don't yet know. It's still not revealed yet. But he was put to death for a crime, and then they had like, you know, like 7 like psychic ability people like making sure that he wouldn't be able to break out somehow. And something happened, and instead of dying, he became a ghost. You can kind of see it. Whoops, not what I meant to do. You can kind of see it when he's on the rails, that his face is literally a ghost. So that's why he is like a convict suit. Because he survived, I guess, technically, kind of, whatever you want to call surviving. I threw a knife right there, but I'm not that character anymore. And that's why he's got, like, electric abilities. And the whole lore is that, like, in, like, 1880 or something like that, like, a hole opened that led to another world or some shit. And that's why there's a bunch of supernatural elements, but it's set in the 1920s. Which I'm very happy that it's set in, I think, a more unique era than most other video games. Not a lot of people do 1920s mixed with basically Lovecraft. That's really what it is. And I really love Lovecraft's lore and ideas and stuff, so... Hayes, who's on the right side, is an agent for the government who, like, enters into people's dreams.
I see Wraith.
Lash at a time, the guy I'm duoing with, at one point, his total description was Lash is an asshole, which I thought was hilarious.
Taste.
Yeah, they also included a bunch more lines of the characters actually interacting with each other, which is quite fun. So every time you're on like a a zip line at the beginning of the game, they'll have like an expanded dialogue where like Geist will ask out Shiv. Viscus is one of my favorite backgrounds. He's not in this game, but he's the goo ball of green. Because he is a sea enemy who came out of the sea because he wanted to save the ocean from the terror that lives in there after like the portal opened there too. So he's trying to save the world. Everyone's trying to get a wish from the patron. That's where we're fighting each other. If we win, we get a wish. Some people's wishes are altruistic, like Bebop's wish is to like save his caretaker, the person who took him in when he was just a wee little scrap golem. 7 wants to be a god. I mean, quite literally, that is his goal, is to be a god. Kelvin and 7 probably knew each other. There's like a bunch of hints in their dialogue where they're like, you look familiar. And people have already like deep dived, you know, the... Got him. Oh no! That was way more damage than I thought I would take.
Not today.
To figure out that 7 was probably Kelvin's old adventure buddy. Kelvin is a zombie. He was exploring through one of the portals into another world when he like got lost, I guess, and then he was found frozen. And then they're like, oh, he's dead. And then he opened his eyes and they're like, oh, fuck! It's a zombie! Also, the United States has taken over part of like this other world that exists, so it's called like the new state of something, I forget. So Infernus actually is like a what's the word? A first generation. Oh man, what is the name of the things that there's like a name for the thing that Infernus is. But he is it? He wasn't born in the other plane. He was born in New York. It's very fun. I like it a lot. See ya, Kalaris. Yeah, Viper. I hate Viper. She's, to me, the quintessential annoying, everything bad about New Jersey person. Which is exactly what they were going for. Down to her fucking jorts.
Well, someone's looking to make a statement.
Ixion, yeah, there you go. Uh-oh. Kill him, Lash, kill him! Be some additional story. Yeah, show would be really cool. They did release like a comic, I guess.
The engineer's here.
Okay, that was actually amazing. They actually completely lost track of them. I went that way. It's like magic. All these boxes have Fairfax on them now. And it's because Fairfax is like the super rich, like billionaire type. Who's Pocket's father, by the way. And Fairfax tried to kill Pocket. And Pocket's trying to keep a briefcase full of souls away from his dad because it's like really powerful or something. And Calico was the assassin that was hired to kill Pocket. So if she kills him, she'll say, like, you know, loose ends are tied up. But then other people will make fun of Calico, because they'll be like, you know, didn't you have a hit go wrong? And that's why you're not part of the Baxter Society anymore. When I was looking up all the characters and all the ability names, because I have a rough idea of what every character does, having played this game a lot. But I don't know the names or like the exact mechanics of stuff. I kept getting distracted because I read the lore. She completely defangs Calico. Oh yeah? And I could see that. What about her defangs Calico? She can chase after her a bit more efficiently. She has her ult obviously can stop her in the tracks. Viper has almost never played professionally. So I haven't really even looked at her interactions.
Something new with this
Lore. Oh, okay. Lore-wise just puts out awful Calico's job, actually, as I see. Next time, play with the old lady. Do you mean Grey Talon, who isn't an old lady, but an old man? Or are you talking about Geist because she has white hair? The character in the game right now. Yeah, Viper. I mean, a Viper in, you know, ladder can be very annoying. You know, it didn't really occur to me that ladder was a very specific StarCraft term.
Build. That's why I'm negative.
Excellent choice.
But I guess it makes sense. Almost every game has their own term for the competitive portion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have a good eye.
I see Bebop.
We've actually won all of our lanes.
Coming over to blue.
Has there been like an upsurgence of gamer language recently? I feel like I played 300 hours of Deadlock without ever seeing or hearing the word rape. And in the last like 10 hours I've seen or heard it so often.
Altered her? Nice. Nice, thank you, Seven.
Hold, haze.
Headed to green.
Apparently that might be a thing. Like, Gen Alpha is taking back the gamer language. They're using gay as an insult again, too.
Headed to green.
7 is such an easy character to play. Maybe too easy. I'll take it.
I'm gonna go get the minion and also heal. Seven ult. If you can.
He's got an ult. Oh, fuck. Speaking of. There's no bad item for 7. Yeah, right? I mean, most people are talking about gun builds, but I'm even using a spirit build. I think. I'm pretty sure this goes into spirit mostly. Yeah, it does. And it still works out fine. I thought I had queued that up.
Go out there and impose your will.
They will learn to fear me.
I'm headed to Greenwich.
Waiting to be claimed.
We should guard Ern.
There's a soldier.
Haha, slowing Hex.
You thought you were better than me.
I see Calico.
The urn has been dropped.
Oh my gosh. Actually, the button
You
I
got
wanted to
bugged.
press. Lol.
3 of them there on Ern's drop off.
Flash ult.
That sucks.
Flash ult.
Lash will not ult. He is very injured. Guy thinks that Lash is like a
I got 2 on
button
me
he
on
presses.
green, so it should just be 2 there.
Just one over here.
Because the last time the guy told Lash to do that, Lash wasn't super injured, but he couldn't really get high enough. He had to run away because he was being targeted.
I'm not.
The shadows embrace me.
You're looking to survive. You came to the right place.
Headed to Greenwich. Headed to York.
Under attack.
The robot is over there.
No, I got the bug! Ah! Stupid bug. 7 has the coolest flip. Now I can't do it.
Headed to Broadway.
He's
Green lane.
That's
never
true,
mind.
yeah.
That's it.
goofy style. Very goofy. Hidden Tony Hawk collab, yes.
I see a furnace.
Ripperino.
Now you remove an
Ah!
obstacle.
Coward. The girl is just Tracer with a hat? Wait, which girl? Wraith? This one? Nah. She doesn't have a bomb.
I see McGinnis. Good job.
Or, no, he doesn't have a hat. The 6th icon on my team. Oh, Holiday? Haha. Not in any way, shape, or form, but I love your comparisons.
I'll dispatch them.
She is a sheriff who, I mean, she does have a bomb. She has a powder keg. So you're not wrong about that. But the guy's doing a lasso build anyway. I don't think he has any movement, so. Got him. Now run, Skateboard 7! Run! Scream's gun post with place with a play to spirit. Well, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Yeah, I mean the guy's even doing a lasso build, but it's really the most useful thing. And her keg and her bounce, yeah, all of her abilities are better. I think like the gun also has a big prerequisite, which is that you're good with guns. That's another reason not to play her as gun. I am not particularly good with guns. I either have a lot of ammo, so it doesn't matter if I miss,
Shoot us out tonight,
or I have
okay?
so
We
little
call that
ammo that, you know, it's about to be, you know, it's getting personal anyway. The in-between one, like Holiday,
Mid. Yeah, we should do mid.
I don't know. Although I think I'm actually pretty
Everybody
okay with
pull up.
Paradox. Her gun's a little weird just on like a regular attack, but, you know, if she can be a sniper with her 3. I actually get some pretty good snipes. Not bad
Actually, we
with
don't
it.
have enough time. Never mind, Hayes is cooking.
Yeah, it's like... I think we could do it. I doubted myself. There's not a lot of value. I mean, I think you should try Paradox then, actually. I do a snipe build with her. Just everything into her 3. It's pretty fun, especially when the other team doesn't realize. And they never get any type of, like, spirit shielding or anything.
Green Walker is under attack.
I mean, they'll watch me in the game go from, like, you know, 5% of their health killed, 20% of their health down, 50% of their health down, and they'll be like, I just don't know what to do against this Paradox. Her 3 is so imbalanced. Kinetic Carbine, I believe is what it's called. But who's ever gonna say that?
I will strengthen you.
Where are we running hot from? Inside? It looks very odd. No, that's what I thought. Yeah, she wasn't inside, she was outside. I just couldn't see who the fuck she was. Just hoping for a fun revolver character. Yeah, is one of the new heroes gonna have a revolver? The Russian spy, does he use an umbrella? Is that what he does? The deep, no. Trapper, no. Yeah, is she the only one with a revolver? Well, I guess Lady Guy's technically has a revolver.
This is the beginning of something.
But I get what you mean as far as the usage of it.
They have one shrine left. The ritual must continue.
Yeah, well, he looks a lot like Pocket. I think they're still using, like, his frame and kind of like what they did with the Magician. Which I really miss the Magician having 7's frame and 7's gun, because I know he's good in pro games, and I can use him, but he's really not my favorite. He doesn't feel very cool to use. I do love his backstory, though. Just like I love most people's backstories in this game. Massacred.
Warden, you can't lie, bro. I hit that knife perfect for you, bro.
What is the McGinnis doing? What the fuck was that? Just to get the holiday?
Victory.
I'll remember this fight.
Not the most one-sided game of the day, shockingly. It's still pretty one-sided. Well, Rabbit is not a senior game. I know, Vexing Holt is so difficult to use. I know that there are some Vexing Bolt builds, but I have not been able to use that well. I was watching one guy, and I think I liked that approach better, where he just literally always shot it up first, and then he would target down. Where I'm trying to, like, you know, shoot the guy and then predict which way they're gonna dodge. Yeah, it's more like a hand cannon, yeah, Abrams. A shotgun. And since they're gonna change the Rabbit almost for certain, because people are looking into the test builds and stuff, it feels like it's not worth learning the Magician. If you're having fun with them, have fun with them, but I stopped having fun with them as soon as it was no longer super overpowered. There was that period where having your double up made you insane. You know, the Vexing Bolt was like a one-shot in the early game, which was so funny. Like, you would literally start a game, get into lane, put down my double, and then, you know, hit my opponent like 5 times with my regular attack, and it would kill them. It was such a fun period of time. And, you know, that wasn't going to last very long. And then I tried the bunny build too, which I had some fun with, but ultimately I don't actually have that much fun with them. That's why I stopped playing them.
Paradox, you take what you want. Don't let them stop you from completing the ritual.
The Lash portrait art rework was leaked, and it looks really good. A robot pimp with a light bulb head. They should really hire you to do some type of NSL sketch off of all the Deadlock characters. I think it would be really good. This is Paradox. It's the name of her, but it's also the name of the guild. They just all call themselves Paradox. And they are a bunch of rich people who steal very expensive and priceless items from other rich people and museums and shit for fun. Just for fun. And actually, her and Lady Geist, who I'm laning against, they do not like each other because Paradox Guild stole something from Geist. One of her, like, late husband's, like, priceless paintings he bought or something. So this is a mask, what she's wearing.
Playtime.
Oh yeah, and she's like Irish or something, I don't know. Didn't know about Deadlock lore? I like it, so I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I know most of the lore at this point. Fun fact, Lady Geist is a bitch. I'm just kidding. But I hate laning against her. This is my least favorite laning. No, actually, no, that Bebop 7 was pretty... That was pretty oppressive, but this is my second least favorite... Second most hated, there we go, lane so far.
Your enemies will curse your name.
Geist's bomb. I am an OG hater on it. Has always been the size of the sun. And has not had enough of a drawback. Poor Moon Crow. Look at that. Look at that. You see how big that was? Yeah, there's no reacting to it. You have to, like, see her hand making the gesture and move at that point. Unless she misses, which sometimes she does.
Here we go.
And she's paired with the most overpowered character. You know, that was my bad. Shouldn't have gone in that far. I shouldn't have gone next to the stairs of my own guardian. That was my fault. Yeah, Lash Lore is always the simplest to explain. I mean, if we could ever catch them without Mo being near death. Oh my god. Oh, fuck off. Are you serious?
Be right back.
Good lord. And the build that I use really, you know, is quite greedy. I don't think I can be that greedy.
Who's ready for a 2 a.m. metro ride?
Mirage is missing. Need help on yellow.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Accelerating time. I should wobble through this.
This guy's going down. My god, we don't stand a chance. Yeah, unless you're like really dominating.
Pull back.
Gathering time.
And some amount of heal is necessary. Even just good, you know. Even if you are dominating, it can still be helpful to push your lead.
Set. They should run.
Kinda hoped that we'd play better in the mid game. I don't know, broski.
Time. Setting a bomb.
That was an opportunity, but my 3 isn't even that strong right now. Need that express shot.
Let's take out Geist.
Storing time.
Calico's missing.
Yeah, unfortunately, when a Guardian goes down, it's like everyone should be afraid of their lane suddenly having a third person. It would probably still be better if we reminded them, but... Weapon reload's pretty slow. Ah, well, there's items that'll... Well, there's not that many items, actually. I mean, yeah, it can be pretty slow.
Time to make my move.
There are some items that help it.
Calico's missing.
This'll slow him down. Time to do my thing. Have I got a surprise for him?
Bitch. Oh, shit. What is what we call this? I've used all my abilities. Mo is in some trouble.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Okay.
Pull back.
Couldn't really get to my power spike. It's gonna take an extra long time.
Charging time. Time bomb primed.
Oh shit.
Time warp.
Guy's just missing.
And Mo is no longer here. Oh god. Mo's not here. Oh fuck.
Our yellow walker is
I could have parried once. I don't want to be solo anymore.
I will strengthen you.
I see Calico.
Calico's missing.
What's the plan?
Halt grenade out. Walls up.
I see Geist. Let's take
Oh, I don't think he's gonna kill it fast enough. Yep. It's old.
Burn it down.
Need help on blue.
Faster, faster, faster. Oh no, furnace.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
So the two characters that you wouldn't want to be fed are definitely getting fed.
Charging time. Our yellow walker is under attack.
Everyone's dying everywhere.
Our green guardian has been destroyed. Mid-boss has arrived.
You know what they should also do? They should also make it not a small cat, so that it's easier to hit. She already isn't punished enough if you hit her in her cat form, but then to hit her in the cat form anyway is quite difficult. She should have like a Maine Coon or something, you know?
Our blue walker is under attack. The spirit earth waits you to be slain.
I do not lose.
Here we go.
Let's push blue. Let's
Yes.
push blue. Let's push Broadway.
Geist is missing.
I
I see Calico.
Oh! Cool. I was gonna ult her and then shoot her, but that didn't happen.
Making my good luck.
Headed to green.
That's a good question. I'll check.
Speeding up. Arrow gray talon brings us closer to victory.
Stopping time. Pull back.
Not the calico. Oh god. Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, long range would affect it. Oh my god, just slower. Slower, fuck off.
Got one.
Because it's not about negating the drop-off, right? It's about the additional damage that it gets. And I am asking right in a very literal way, because I'm not good at that part of the game.
This is a great way. Jade, time to do my thing.
This is also not my build,
Pulse grenade.
so I assume the other person knew what they were doing. Yeah, it's, sprint speed's increased, additional weapon damage when beyond a minimum distance, so.
Storing time.
If it was like a fall-off thing, then probably wouldn't.
Our blue wall
Oh, shit.
attack.
Headed to Greenwich.
Abrams wants to tackle this.
Pull back.
Pull back.
Nope. Okay. You shouldn't have been that far ahead out anyway. That's, not what you want to do when you have 0 scouting.
Take this. Our green walker is under attack.
Thanks.
I don't want to explain quickly to this guy that it's more than just a, hey, here's a very obvious thing.
Green walker has been defeated.
But there's tons of other times where an Abrams would have been like, what the fuck, guys? Why didn't you come help? The fuck? I guess I should have punched. Fuck.
Storing time.
Our yellow walker.
Hi there. It is on our side, but yellow ain't doing so hot anyway.
Help me deliver this thing.
Help me deliver this thing.
That's not what I meant to say, but fine.
An excellent choice.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
I thought that was gonna be way tougher. Sharpshooter. So this has the fall off range, which wouldn't affect carbine, right? I actually did not know that it was a weapon zone upgrade too. That's interesting. So what does this mean? +1 meters per second sprint, but -1 meters per second move.
Ready to support the team.
I guess that's the difference of, yeah, when I'm kind of, like if I'm attacking, that's moving. And then this is sprinting. Okay.
Can't waste time.
I mean, I knew that was a thing as far as the dynamic, but I didn't know they had words, different words for it. Okay, yeah. fuck. That's not the right way to go. That was not good by me.
Going up.
Ah! The range on that sometimes looks a little silly.
I will not be forgotten.
We're not winning that.
Pull back!
Yeah! Kind of felt like a technicality, though.
Headed to York. York needs help.
Playtime. Pulse grenade.
These bastards are stealing our farm. Dickheads. Uh-oh. Oh, he just ran in. Why didn't he run out? Okay, whatever.
Come at me all you want. The
Everyone's running the funny Carbot build. Carbine, yeah. It's fun. If you get an advantage in the early game, it's so effective. If you don't, though, it takes a long time for it to be effective.
Here we go.
And by that time, they might actually start countering it.
With every arrow,
Lady guys.
talon brings
Yes, it
us
was.
closer to victory.
Spirit power? I mean, it's equivalent to gunpowder, but, you know, on
Time to
spirit.
set a trap.
So on your abilities.
Accelerating time.
Although some guns do scale with spirit, so that's always an oddity. That always is a bit weird.
I'll wait.
Also, I learned recently that Wraith's speed is attached to that too. I know I got faster the more the game went on, but I didn't really realize why.
Time to make my move.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Thank you.
Headed to York.
Let's take out Holiday. On my way.
Should only do 70%
Our yellow
carbine.
walker is under attack.
But it never changed.
Burn time.
Headed to blue.
Tick, tick, tick.
There's still a lot of that in this game, isn't there?
Charging time.
Fuck! What? I mean, it didn't end up mattering, but it felt like the transfer, her ult actually canceled mine as well. Maybe it missed. Didn't look like it did, but maybe it did.
Gathering time.
Oh, bother.
No one will stand between me and my revenge.
Yeah.
Stay on the ground, undead.
See the leaks? Someone posted a bug with Frank accidentally. Yes, I did. Frank's the undead looking guy, right? Yeah, I saw the Lash portrait looks great.
Speeding up.
They seem to leak a lot. I'm starting to wonder if it's on purpose.
Headed to Greenwich.
You know? It's like the guys that are in the private playtests. How many could there possibly be that they couldn't already root out who's leaking all the time?
Charging time.
I don't think Ern's gonna work.
Let's take out Calico. Fancy hair's over here.
Shiv? That is Shiv.
Let's take out Geist.
Yeah, effective slow.
I'm not back.
Good shit.
I've been starting to use the paradox wall a lot more just to slow.
Is ours.
The key valve can happen. You'd be in a pun contest with your Dragon Mech.
Let's push Broadway.
I appreciate everyone acknowledging that we just have to take out Geist first and foremost. Yeah.
Time to make
Yeah.
my move.
That's what I figured.
Your spirit will be
Thank you.
weapon.
I played an Abrams a couple days ago. I was really overpowered as Paradox in that game too, actually. It was really good. Fuck, I messed up. It's a really good game for me. Anyway. And this guy literally would do nothing but punch. So it ended up almost like double faking me out, you know?
Inside?
I would still win the fight. But I would like parry him twice in a fight. Still not be able to kill him because my damage is in my shot, so I had to wait for the cooldown, obviously. Yeah, I was like, I just really didn't think you were just gonna continue doing nothing but punches. And he's like, oh, I'm practicing a build and looking up like the cooldown times and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay.
How it's done.
On the move.
Look at what they gave Calico. They gave her, really like 2 escapes.
Pray to me.
They gave her melee, quite the distance. And then she can add items and stuff onto her, and the normal melee. They gave her an invulnerability, an E-shift ult, that also does damage. What's your third thing? She got slash, Ava, ult. What is her thing? Oh, wait, no. That's the alt fire, isn't it? Oh, no, it is. No, that is an ability. The grenade things that she has, which I guess those are whatever. I have no strong opinion on them. Gloom bombs. There you go. Okay. Why do you call it gloom bombs? It just reminds me of the Pokemon. Gloom, gloom. Why are we not grabbing this bridge buff? I know sometimes people aren't bullet, but the issue then is letting the other guys get the bridge buff. If you just let it sit there forever. It's not gonna be fast enough. Oh, barely was. Oh, thought for sure she was gonna get her ult off. Yeah, I hate when people are just around the bridge buff.
I see Lash.
Can't waste time.
Let's see what you catch, my
Ooh, I got my orbs. Is that my... At the same
Mid while Lash is
soul
down.
sack that I dropped? It might be.
Time to do my thing.
Ooh.
Time bomb set.
We might bet both Urn and mid boss. Sweet. This game's turning around, man.
Here we go.
Oh, I missed. Fuck. Sometimes I'm so sure of myself, it's a real problem. This Calico... Okay, she actually has gotten more souls, but she dipped way below Geist, despite both of them having a really good early game. So she actually isn't nearly as scary as I thought she would be.
They would not die so easily.
Bomb ready. Accelerating time. Time bomb planted.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage on Geist. Ooh, hehehe. Where is that happening? Oh, in there.
Be right back.
Oh boy, the Guardians are still here. Whoa.
Headed to Broadway.
Run faster, goddammit!
Pull back.
Well, I guess I'll take this. Oh no, you can have it. Although, was movement better on Grey Talon? And he's playing better than I am. I feel like the fact that you can fly is already kind of Haxor's.
Charging time.
Meanwhile, Paradox, I think one of the things that got nerfed was her speed. Because you used to fly all the time as Paradox.
Time to make my move.
I see Holiday.
Explosives planted.
I see Calico.
Yeah, everyone come in the fight. Oh god. Don't leave me alone. I got the
That's what
credit,
I like to
right?
see.
Good job.
Thanks for doing your part.
Oh, this is going to infuriate them.
You won't have the rejuvenator for much longer.
Headed to Greenwich.
You go ever replay StarCraft 2 campaigns? Yeah. Just because I do every 2 years or something like that. It's been a while. The last time I tried, I did it on the modded, like, Nightmare difficulty. I don't remember if that's actually what it was called, but the mod that makes it really, really, really difficult. And that was too fucking difficult.
Pulse grenade.
Pull back.
They should run.
I know guys didn't have any spirit resistance. I wonder if she does now. Look at that poor macro.
Here we go. Gathering time. Time bomb set.
Slay them and grow strong.
One set.
Oops. I've got 1,800 unsecured souls. Let's hope that that doesn't...
Go out there and impose your will.
Oh, I do like warp stone on her.
Playtime.
Legacy of the Void came in just torture? You think so?
Storing time.
I quite liked it. I think Heart of the Swarm has the worst story, but I think it has the best missions. And Legacy of the Void, I think, is good. I think the ending was not good.
Mid-boss has arrived.
But outside of the ending and Kerrigan going Cthulhu monster, I actually quite liked the story. The Protoss infighting, the introduction of Alarak.
Pulse grenade out.
Yes, the ending 3 missions was like, okay, what's happening here? Why have we gone Final Fantasy territory? Where we're just like,
Pulse grenade.
nothing has to make sense and everything suddenly changes. Okay, that was unnecessary. Holy shit, what a bag of souls. I should have shared that. Oh my god. 2,000?
Just missing. I'll deal with the troopers.
I don't want to lose this bag of souls. Yeah, I think everyone who says that they don't like the Legacy of the Void campaign mean they don't like the last 3 missions and the resolution to the story. Which, yeah, I don't either, but I still think the rest of the Legacy of the Void campaign is actually very good. I should just stop farming. I have I have so many souls. I'm afraid to lose them. Ah, crap. I got there too fast. Oh, no, I didn't. Hold on. I can still afford it. Yes.
Storing time. Bomb ready.
I'm ashamed that from me. Protoss voice acting's terrible. Didn't have that many complaints with it. I can't think of the voice acting where I'm just like... I can think of some of the decision making where I was like... probably the worst part about the non-finale Legacy of the Void is that stupid lady. The one who's like, I can't have my collar detached. And you're like, well, this is just only going to end poorly. And then you keep on saying it, and then what happens? It ends poorly. You're like, oh, what a surprise. Yeah, okay, Gary, thank you very much for that 80-month resub. Rahana, yeah. Lips don't even move when they talk. I didn't think Phoenix's voice acting was bad. That's exactly what it was supposed to be. I haven't seen too many complaints on that. I don't know.
Here we go.
Dangerous game Wraith is playing.
Careful, Paradox.
I'm not the one who's in trouble anymore, it's Wraith.
Gathering time.
Yep.
Time warp.
Oh, I missed.
Tick, tick, tick.
Coming to blue.
No! So close. So close to pressing the warp stone button. Oh well. The Zerg Adjutant was also horribly? I thought it was exactly what they wanted. You're talking Isha, the one who is kind of robotic. I feel like that's exactly what they wanted. So I just disagree. Karex was he was an old chum, not meant to be in wartime. You gave him a little pat in the head, and then he gave you a bunch of toys, and then you're like, thanks, man. That's exactly what his voice actor delivered. Isha was, yeah, basically a Zerg Adjutant, so she was a little robotic. Yeah. This game has started to turn around on us. Is this an Overwatch type game? No. Because really Overwatch's mechanics are supposed to be you're pushing well, they have King of the Hill and they have push.
I'll find them.
This is a MOBA.
Back up, Gray.
They're going to try to put the pressure on us. Evading targets.
But you do have heroes that have 4 abilities.
Let's just fight this in base.
And there are team fights. But that goes back to it being a MOBA.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
It's also a third-person shooter where Overwatch is first-person. But I can understand the Overwatch, you know, question. I'm not trying to make it sound like a silly question. Okay, that was pretty stupid. I do agree with that. There's tons of things in the StarCraft story that you're just like... You're like, this was made for kids. Do I have a full squad? I've never had a full squad, I don't think. I only look for like 1 minute of gameplay. Yeah, especially if you're looking at a bunch of hero fights. Yeah, the Duran Narud thing. What? But I think the most egregious thing they ever did was convince us that Kerrigan would be convinced. that Jim Raynor was dead. That was... No one believed that, and Kerrigan should never have believed that, and then it shouldn't have been her more driving force for her revenge than, you know, being left on a planet to die. That was so fucking stupid. A big reason why HOTS is the worst expansion, story-wise. Hey, Mr. Jazz. Oh, Hayes, I play a bunch of characters at this point.
Soldier is here. Don't get too close to Geist.
Are we fighting this? 'Cause if we are, I think we need more people.
Headed to green.
Oh, guys just sat in a grenade.
Take out sheep.
He's gonna one-click me.
You defend the
I'll be right back.
Headed to blue. Pull back.
It's actually a very even game.
Time to make my move.
We're in a little bit of trouble, but definitely can make it come back out.
talon brings us closer to victory.
Being all about unzerging Kerrigan? Yeah. Like, I could live with it, obviously. Guess who finally got rid of healing, right?
Thanks.
Hey, you're on the habit.
Good job. You're welcome.
But like, because you spent the time trying to unzerg her, and then also in Heart of the Swarm, you're like, we unzerged her, but we're gonna zerg her again. But maybe we should have kept her unzerged, we're gonna zerg her again. She's like, well, stop.
Storing time.
These mid minions are no joke. I'm not a particularly good character at clearing waves. My grenade is fine in most cases, but when it comes to the rejuve minions, I'd rather be Infernus, Seven, Wraith. Do we consider Geist to be fun as a mode to play against? I am the original Geist hater. Even back when it was a solo lane, I thought it was bullshit that her grenade was the size of the sun. And that's really my biggest disappointment. Just don't like that her grenade is so large. Everyone hates Geist. I don't think she has as much, universal hatred, perhaps, as like Bebop on the ladder. Because, everyone complains about facing Bebop in lane. But I've always complained about Geist the most.
Careful, Paradox.
And then Calico doesn't have the Okay, speaking of. That sucked. Shouldn't you guys have been, like, pushing a lane or something? Fuck off.
There's no hiding from me.
Anyways, Calico's individual abilities don't tilt me as much. It's just like her overall
Walk away while you still have the chance.
hit where you're just like, well, wait a second. Our Wraith is really underfarmed.
Spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
The Wraith is not particularly good. Neither is our Infernus! Fuck! That's why we started to lose again.
Soldier is here.
Both the guys who should be at like 60k now
Pull back.
are the ones who have fallen behind. Yeah, people think Bebop and his hook are the most fun breaking. I don't mind it that much. I'm special. I'm a unicorn. Man, our tanky characters, though. Go tanks! Way to go, frontline! Whoop!
Good shit.
You hate on Wraithen and Furnace? I don't hate on them, but I think they're easy to play and very good. Oh fuck, we are just winning the game, aren't we? Thank God our Talon was good.
Charging time.
You have proven yourself worthy.
I was technically here. I helped.
Good. Well, good game.
Yeah, the hybrids, they're the best. Wraith was my initial chosen character. I've always liked her. BRB. Alright, one more game. These always even out when you get debuff remover. Yes, it does make it easier. I mean, Bebop can get Echo Shard, though, or, I just played a Bebop that had Silencer, so I couldn't use that item. Just Bioshock Infinite mixed with Overwatch? Sure.
Your freedom.
The new tech is Bebop's
Always
bomb
taken from
themselves with Majestic Leap.
But it can
I'm queuing with Warden.
That's actually kind of cool. Oh, okay.
Thanks, homie.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, man, he's gone. Great. Alright, I'm pausing.
I know what you want to do, Pocket. Anticipating the Pocket suitcase with a punch. It's not something I thought of. Siggy, you're right in front of the monitor. Well, some leaks are just shown, so there's probably going to be an update soon. It's been a month since the last one. Warren will have it, hey, thanks for the gifted sub. Usually people dodge out of the way with that.
Tell you what, I'll throw in a free keychain.
Of course, it's just a guess as far as when the update's happening, but yeah, some leaks. New Lash portrait, which looks very good. New hero looks interesting.
I see Lash.
Ooh, that was nicely placed. Lightning ball. Trying to memorize the official terms.
Someone's gonna be bleeding on the concrete.
For all the bombs Geist is gonna be throwing. Fucking bombs. Case in point. Geist is playing with some fire because she doesn't have her ult yet. She was preparing for her ult, obviously. And intentionally staying low. They will absolutely expect it. It was very telegraphed. Oh. Whoops. Fuck, that was bad.
I see someone appreciates fine craftsmanship.
Oh, that was a good combo. I did not see that one coming.
Power surge. You're relentless. Ready to use Storm Cloud. Flash is on the bridge. He slashes you.
gonna-
Keep your
oh.
wits about you.
No, now I'm within ult range. Okay, good. So now I got the pocket ult.
Have fun. Don't get dead.
Great talent makes Pocket's life hell. Pocket can't get close. Not what I meant to do.
Charging weapon.
I'm still recovering, thank you.
Lightning will dance. Target marked. This is the end.
One singular pickle, that's who I'm laning with. Pro-American is playing Holiday. Okay. Colonel Chapel, I played them in the last game. If you don't give a reason for a pause, I unpause. I'm so bad-mannered. Fuck off!
I'll be right back.
Little bit of advice. Don't get caught.
We took them out. I'll dispatch them.
Oh, he's gonna ult me?
It's brutal out there, huh?
I want to go for that movement.
Electrifying bullets. Wipe me out. I don't think I could have hit that.
Ah! Everybody think food is good? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's actually a combo that people are doing with Fleet Foot. With, oh, what is the item?
The ozone already.
It's with like a tier 4 item, I think. One that has stacks. Ah, I can't remember the item. God damn it!
Be right back.
Do I get it?
Don't mind the blow.
That's Spellbreaker. Nope, not that either. Damn it.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Anyway, being able to move without the shoot penalty. Shoot. Move and shoot. Pretty good.
With every arrow blade brings us closer to victory.
What's this about? It's like a movement shooter with a MOBA.
I will bolster your mind and spirit.
It's got a really fun setting though, and it's really fun to play. Yeah, I love the voice actors for the patrons.
Charging weapon.
I can start running forward whenever she does that. I hate her. I hate her so much.
Laying the trap.
MOBA and hero shooters, the worst genres for you? Well, then yeah, this game might not be for you. I've always liked MOBAs, and I never had like a strong opinion on hero shooters. I did like Overwatch when it first came out. But, you know, I don't really play much of either of them. But there's something about this game and the way that the movement combines with everything that makes it quite addicting. Is TF2 a hero shooter? It's probably what people would say, yeah.
They can't hide forever. It's time to play. Laying the trap.
Guys.
I can still kill you.
Okay, Lozig.
I've had to scurry like a rat since I was a child. Faye will be the wiping out.
Our green walker is under attack.
Fuck! I mean, that's a pretty common way of describing it. I personally don't really like to use Overwatch as the shooter aspect comparison, because it's third versus first, and also Overwatch is literally all about like the map, either king of the hill or pushing, which is just not what this is. But a hero shooter with MOBA, yes, that's exactly what this is. I sort of prefer the term, like, movement shooter. Just because the movement in this game is such an important part of it. And I'm sure Overwatch stands would say the same thing about Overwatch. It's just... Whoops. My bad. Bitch guy got me. Awesome.
Their best wasn't good enough.
selling these to just anyone.
Headed to yellow.
I feel like movement shooter would equate more to like the Apex Legends. Sure, yeah. I think a Quake, personally, but like yes, all of those.
Green. I got blue.
Professor. Our green walker is under attack.
It's true. People know what Quake is anymore.
I'm coming green.
Headed to Broadway.
Greenwich.
Apex is a battle royale, but it is also, you know, a lot based on movement and shooting. So, but people initially they look at that Deadlock, you know, if they're just watching a streamer and they see hero battles and they're like, oh, a bunch of abilities being spammed. This is Overwatch, which I understand. But it's you know, the same thing happens in MOBA. It just is the difference of it being top down versus a shooter. In this case, it's third person versus first person when you compare it to Overwatch. But you really have to play the game to understand why movement is so critical to it and how movement really makes the game fun. It's kind of like, you know, in StarCraft, people can explain a lot of the reasons why they like StarCraft or Warcraft, whichever one. And a lot of times, their first answer won't be because of the way that it feels. But when they play these other RTS, they're like, it doesn't feel good.
Our yellow walker.
So inevitably they learn to say, like, well, StarCraft just feels really good. And that's Deadlock. If you play it, you can understand that it's a lot about feeling and movement. So that when you correctly do like a wall jump, or you correctly slide on the stairs to escape a person chasing you.
Here.
That's where the dopamine really hits.
Electrifying bullets. Throwing lightning.
Yeah. All these new words describe old games. Back in my day.
Let's push blue.
I can't believe the people who have the audacity, straight up audacity, to say that there's a game like Deadlock out there. Which, of course, is me being hyperbolic. Because there are games that have tried something like this. They've tried third-person MOBA. This is the only game that actually is making it work. And even then, it's having a lot of struggles. So, I think even just trying to really perfect this type of genre is extraordinarily difficult. But people will bring up these other games. Like, they bring up Smite. And again, I didn't play a lot of Smite, but I played some. And it just is such a world of difference to me that I'm always shocked. It's like people have to bring up Smite because they like Smite, and they're like, well, technically it did it first. And it's like, did it though? In my opinion, Smite is far more of just a typical MOBA in third person. Third person, right? Unless I'm just remembering the wrong game. Which is that, like, I feel like the shooting part doesn't matter very much, and there really is not very much movement at all. It is like a MOBA where it's just like ping, 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 back and forth to buy some time while I wait for the last hit the minion. And then some other games that no one's ever even heard of because they, you know, were released and someone liked them, but never really got popular. So I don't know if they were good or not, but obviously the combination of it being a game that brings that great feeling with an interesting kind of still unique concept, I would say, even if there are games who have done it before. with the power of Valve behind it, I mean...
I won't lie. I don't know what that does.
There's certainly nothing like it.
Our blue walker.
Yeah, I thought Smite was quite boring. I didn't try Smite 2. Oh, and I'm so glad I didn't actually do any Splitgate 2 streaming. They had actually messaged me asking if, if I wanted to do the Splitgate 2 co-streaming or, what's the word? Advertising it. Pain. Much pain. Ouchies. And then also if I want to be part of like the NDA like special event that happened. And I said yes, but then I was like, I don't have time and I don't really care. So I didn't do it. It's not like I was committed to anything. But I'm so glad I did it, because they're the ones that are all controversial now, because the guy wore a dumbass hat. They pulled their sponsored streams, really? Ah. Well, I think Smite has a cool idea as far as the lore. I just thought that it was too boring to literally play. Like, it was... I don't know how else to explain it, except that it was like a top-down MOBA movement, but in third person. I don't know.
Holiday, come with me. Let's fucking get this fucking green walker while they're pushing blue.
Uh-oh. Pain. No. He should have gotten away. Warden had the heredity, honestly. Sticky, you're being cute.
Like, why? Why wouldn't you just come? We could have taken that, bruh. But whatever, man. Go next.
We're not dead yet, Jesus.
I won't yield.
Hi, Dimitri. There you go, cat cam in the corner. 8 months is odd, 6 years. When did you start your own channel? Oh, I was on Justin TV, so way back in 2010. I didn't get partner until probably like 2013, maybe 2014 though.
Lady Fenflo runs up.
Don't even push it. We're not gonna make it.
The urn has been delivered.
With Devil May Cry action would be fun. I don't think I've not played much Devil May Cry actually. It was a long time ago that I played it.
I smell the ozone already.
Why do MOBAs have so little skills to press? Trust me, 4 is quite a lot when you get past 30 minutes oftentimes. There's so many items that reduce ability cooldown. I was just thinking, I wonder if I should get counter spells.
Talon brings us closer to Nick.
quite see how cute he is.
Our defenses are crumbling. We need to make a stand and stop. We need to make a stand and stop them. The Amber Hand has almost completed the ritual.
Look at that cutie.
Protection goes a long way.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
Damn.
To make a stand and stop them.
GG's.
Nice work.
Well, we don't end a win, but that's fine. I'm much worse when I stream. Not that I'm that good if I don't stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Some nice discussions. I learned a couple of new things about Deadlock, which is always a goal. Alright, Ziggy's done being on the cat couch. He's now wanting to be in my lap. This is Ziggy. He's a cutie. Oof. He doesn't actually like being held. He puts up with it. He's purring. Second cat clawing. Why? Dimitri got jealous. Alright, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys. Next week is going to be all types of odd because I'm going to have a very hectic sleep schedule. I'm going to be casting some Deadlock very early in the morning. Or even morning time for like Europeans, actually. So that's how early. And then EWC qualifiers are next weekend as well. So I'm going to be spending some time trying to fix the sleep schedule to be anywhere close to that, so I'm not a complete zombie. And then a lot of time studying, because Deadlock's really difficult. So gonna try and do my best, but I don't know. It also means I won't be streaming until Monday because I got to use Saturday and Sunday to study as much as possible. But thanks, everyone. Thanks to the gifted subs and the resub. I will see you all on Monday for, I don't know. If there's an open cup for StarCraft, then I'll cast it, but I don't know if there will be. Oh, there's going to be GSL, actually. Oh. So I'll probably cast the replays of GSL when they're released, which is Sunday, I think. So I actually might see you guys Sunday. But yeah, that'll be it. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Do something fun. Bye.